For example, whether a person it's his body, the shape, or the combination of all these aggregates and so forth. So when you check or examine a person through the sevenfold reasoning of analysis, you will not be able to pinpoint that person. Of course, when you ask about something, you'll say it's there. You point your finger at it. Whereas, and also similarly, when you think about yourself, you'll do the same. I'm here. So whether the person is the body or the mind, within the mind, the subtle mind or the gross sensory perceptions or consciousness or mental consciousness, and within the mental consciousness, even if you go down to the subtlest mental consciousness, that will not be the person as such. So although nothing can be found through the sevenfold analysis, so what this actually indicates is that you are led into, you are able to touch or you can smell so that leads you to the understanding of what the truth is, the reality of yourself and others is, that nothing can be found. And so if you think about yourself, if you are Tashi, think where Tashi is. Even in the case of Avalokiteshvara, if you examine Avalokiteshvara himself, is not his body and the mind, nor the body and the mind. There's something separate or different from the body and the mind. He is not in the body and the mind, and the body and mind are not within him. And apart from these, what is Avalokiteshvara? And so you can apply the same reasoning to Avalokiteshvara and yourself. So everything has to be accepted without doing any kind of analysis on a conventional level. So what you accept conventionally is comes through dependence on many other factors, and therefore apart from dependence on many other factors there is no self, and therefore meditate on emptiness of yourself. So what arises and ceases, of course, do not have any objective arisal and objective cessation. So since things are dependent, therefore if they were to have any independent existence, you cannot actually talk about ceasing and so forth. And therefore they are devoid of these 8 attributes of cessation, unborn, being annihilated and so forth. So meditate on emptiness. You can also think along the lines of Heart Sutra, where it says form is empty, emptiness is form, form is not emptiness is not other than form, form too is not other than emptiness. So since everything is dependently arisen and there is nothing independently objective existence in them, therefore everything is empty and devoid of that independence and that understanding of emptiness. Now imagine it transforming into a white five-spoked white vajra at your heart, standing on top of the white disc that you have. Please repeat this. Om Sarva Yoga Citta Upatayami. Om Sarva Yoga Citta Upatayami. Om Sarva Yoga Citta Upatayami. So what you have said is you will keep these 2 principles of bodhicitta and understanding of emptiness that are imagined in the form of white disk and Vajra to keep them forever. So on a daily basis, remind yourself of these two. And then imagine the same, but the Vajra and the white disk at the heart of the master, and a duplicate of from these two comes forth, and numerous duplicates comes forth and dissolves into the Vajra and the moon disk at your heart, and therefore stabilizing these two principles of bodhicitta and the view of the understanding of emptiness within yourself. And so yourself has arisen in the form, visualized in the form of Avalokiteshvara with one face and two hands. Of course, when you actually search for that Avalokiteshvara within yourself, you will see that it's dependently arisen. So, therefore, bring up this understanding or the confirmation that you, as Avalokiteshvara, does not exist independently. So, imagine this Avalokiteshvara. Imagine yourself as Avalokiteshvara with one face and two hands. Your right hand is in the form of giving Supreme Siddhi. Please repeat this to let you into the mandala. Your left hand in the form rests at akimbo at your hip. And so please fold your hands together. Repeat this. Namo Purushaya Ho. Next is setting you to keep the pledge of secrecy of the practice of Tantra. Do not disclose the secret practice to others. And then you're given a handful of water to keep this secrecy of Tantra. Please repeat these lines. Please bestow upon me the blessings of body, speech, and mind of the hosts of great compassionate deity. Please. So straighten your body in order for the wisdom beings to shower on you. Hold the vast breath. At the point of the heart, hold a vast breath, pressing down from above and below your wind and holding the wind in between at the heart point. So Avalokiteshvara in the mandala is his right hand is in the gesture of bestowing supreme feet, and left hand akimbo at his hip. And then at the heart is at your heart imagine a home, and then also from that home and also the home at the heart of the Guru, and rays of lights go out, and they invoke Avalokiteshvara and the mantra of Avalokiteshvara, as well as the seed syllables of Avalokiteshvara, and they come down into you, and they thereby imagine that you are blessed with the blessings of body, speech, and mind of Avalokiteshvara. So this is stabilizing the blessings. So slightly cover your eyes with this blindfold, and pull it up and look up into space. Suddenly pull it up and look up into space. Sometimes when you do that, different colors can appear to your eyes. When I was receiving one initiation from Segong Rinpoche, Vajrapani, when I did this, sudden the gazing up into space, some green color appeared. So these kind of things happen. And then next is throwing the flower in the mandala. Please repeat this. May this flower fall on the deity with whom I have a special karmic connection. So Rinpoche, Guru Rinpoche is from Mon in Arunachal Pradesh, and he was the abbot of Tawang Monastery, and he also works at the office of His Holiness Dalai Lama. So hold the flower that you have been given between your fingers, between the middle fingers, with your hands, with your palms together, and make your prayer for it to fall. Say this, Om Pupe Puza Ho, and throw the flower, imagining that you are throwing. So since the flower fell in the center of this tray, the deity related to that is Akshobhya, and therefore the sacred name related to this is Mikyo Dorje or Akshobhya Vajra. So there seems to be someone who is fat, so he's on this just joke saying Akshobhya fat, Akshobhya Vajra. So put this flower on your head. So just touch it on your crown and imagine that nectar flows from it and receive, so that you receive blessings. And then in order that you may not lose this flower, put it in your pocket. So remove the blindfold. Now imagine that you are able to see the mandala together with its deities clearly. So there's in the center there is the Avalokiteshvara, Akshobhya lineage, and then in the east is blue Vajrayana Avalokiteshvara. In the south, yellow Ratnasambhava Avalokiteshvara. In the west is red Amitabha Avalokiteshvara. In the north is green Amoga Siddhi Avalokiteshvara. And then there are at the four doors, four goddesses upon moon seeds, white, yellow, red, and green. Please make mandala offering for requesting the initiation. Please repeat this. In this mandala of the Avalokiteshvara, the compassion of all the Buddhas, please give me initiation and mature my mind and lead me to liberation. So with regard to the initiation, there are four. There's the vast initiation, secret initiation, knowledge initiation, and then word initiation. So the purpose of having these four is to purify, to symbolize purification of our body, speech, and mind, and to at the level of Buddhahood, all the body, speech, and mind become of one taste, and therefore, after purifying the body, speech, and mind, and the fourth initiation symbolizes attaining the one body, speech, and mind as one taste. So rays of light are emitted from the heart of the Guru, and the Tathagatas overcasting the sky are invited. And so, imagine that you dissolve into emptiness and you arise into Avalokiteshvara, white in color. And then the water inside the vase also transforms into, dissolves into emptiness and transforms into Avalokiteshvara. So with this you attain the defilement of anger or hatred is purified, and you attain Dharmakaya. So next is the initiation of the crown initiation. So the fortunate disciples, you are given this, bestowed this initiation, crown initiation, which arises from the body, speech, and mind of one taste of the Avalokiteshvara. Next is the this is the Vajra initiation of Amitabha. So imagine that you are receiving all these initiations. So with this initiation, the defilement of attachment is verified, and you're left with the imprint for individually discriminating wisdom. Then the bell initiation related with Amoga Siddhi, Avalokiteshvara. And then next is the Varachana, related to Varachana. So with this you are given the initiation, the name initiation. So your secret name is Akshobhya Vajra. As I utter this name, imagine that a great bliss arises in you. So you will become enlightened in the form of Amoga Siddhi, Akshobhya Vajra. So then you have received the 5 initiations of the disciples, and then next comes the Vajra Master's initiations. For that, you make mantra offering. Niyataya mi. Please repeat this request. Please give me the sacred initiation of the Vajra Master. So imagine that you are at the eastern door of the mandala on a seat, a lion throne, and above you are all these parasols and the victory banner and so forth, the deities of initiation holding them. So you arise in the form of Dojisamba Vajra Sattva, and holding a Vajra in your right hand, representing great bliss, and holding in your left hand a bell symbolizing the wisdom of emptiness, and holding them in the gesture of embrace at your heart. And so imagine that you have received the Vajra Master initiation. So imagine that you are also in embrace with the consort, and that by going into embrace, your union, you experience a great bliss. So having given this initiation of Vajra Master, and to stabilize this initiation, you're given a water initiation. So imagine you have received this blessing to stabilize the initiation blessings. As the water is poured on you, they go down, they fill up your body through the crown, and the surplus water overflows on your crown, and you are adorned with the lineage Buddha family. And then you are also given offerings, meat offerings of lamp, incense, food, and so forth, flour. So since there are 9 deities in this mandala, imagine that each deity, from each deity a duplicate appears and they dissolves into. This is the central deity. Imagine a duplicate of central deity comes forth and dissolves into you, and therefore you are blessed. And then the eastern deity, Vajrachana, comes duplicates and dissolves into you. And then next is Ratnasambhava. Duplicate of Ratnasambhava comes forth and dissolves into you. And then Amitabha replicates and dissolves into you. And then Amoga Siddhi comes down and so dissolves into you, and then comes the so this is the goddess with holding a hook. And then next is goddess. They also come replicate, and she also replicates and dissolves into you. The second one is the goddess with lasso. And this last one is the one with the third one is holding an iron chin, and then the fourth one is holding a bell. And so these the goddesses also come replicate and dissolves into you. So with that, you imagine that you have received all the blessings of body, speech, and mind of Avalokiteshvara, and so that this actually increases your capacity to serve other sentient beings and benefit them. Although in the beginning you have had this intention to serve others. Now, next is to give the secret initiation, which blesses your inner energy, and also the vital drops, and also the channels and chakras. So for this, make a mandala offering. Mandalakam niyatayami. Please repeat this request line. Gachen danyin lobenche. Chanju semki chugyunki. Da lutsangam kuikamne. Tumu shikedu so. Tumu, please generate in me the tumu wisdom of the inner heat, the fierce heat. Again, put on the blindfold. So as you take this blessing, imagine that it fills up your body and the channels, and then they also bless the wild drops and the wind energy, and they mend, repair all the defects that are caused in your defects of your channels and the veins and so forth, and also they purify or revitalizes the drops and the energies that are within these channels, and therefore making you a fortunate one to be able to do the practice to purify the speech. Next is the initiation for wisdom knowledge to purify your mind. Please repeat these request lines. Please bestow upon me the sacred initiation of wisdom. So in your mind, bring up this insight that you have arisen into Avalokiteshvara, the great compassionate deity, from the mind absorbed in emptiness. And with that understanding, imagine yourself in the form of Kshobhya, in embrace, in union with Mamaki. And by going into union with Mamaki, imagine that you experience the four joys as the vital drop flows from the crown to the throat, throat to the heart, heart to the navel, navel to the secret place, and thereby you actually are left with the subtlest wisdom mind. So to overcome cognitive obscuration completely, it's not enough to have the realization of emptiness, but even the mind, the subjective mind realizing it has to be the subtlest clear light mind. And so through this practice based on using the consort and then going through the bliss, experiences of bliss, and then also the four empties, it actually helps to purify your mind completely. So through this meditation practice, what happens is you are able to actualize or make this clear light mind manifests in you, where all the gross states of mind or consciousness have dissolved completely. And that's the subtlest mind. When it realizes emptiness, is unlike meditating on emptiness with gross mind for eons and eons. So this subtlest clear light mind has the power or the capacity to overcome the subtlest cognitive obscuration. And therefore, you imagine going through these blissful experiences and experiencing the great bliss indivisible from emptiness. And next is the fourth initiation. For that, you make a mandala offering now. Please repeat this request line. Please bestow upon me the fourth initiation to see the nature of a mind, the wisdom directly. Again, hold your body straight, straighten your body. And again, hold the vast breath, bringing pushing the air from the lower part of your body and the upper part of your body together, and then holding in the center at your heart. So remain in this clarity and blissful experience, which is this clear light mind. So you remain in that clear light nature of mind for a while, where all the gross consciousness have dissolved, and this clear light mind remind yourself that this clear light mind, the subtlest clear light mind, has the potential for attaining the Buddha bodies, 4 Buddha bodies, and the mind itself becoming the Buddha's mind, and then the wind energy, the prana energy, transforms into the body of a Buddha. And then together they are empty, and that is a Svabhavakaya. And so, in other words, remind yourself of the fact that this clear light mind and the wind energy has the potential for for you to attain the 4 Buddha bodies. And next, when the 5th Dalai Lama had this vision of receiving this initiation, Songtsen Gampo actually held a stick like this and touched the stick at the 5th Dalai Lama's heart. And so similarly, we are following that. May you be able to please repeat this. This nature of bliss, which is beyond words, is all Samandabhadra, all good. Alright, and may I be able to realize, see this face directly. Jnanakaya Agipe Kizami. May your mind become one with the mind of the great compassionate deity. And so, with this 4th initiation, the imprint for you to attain the body, speech, and mind of a Buddha being of one taste. So, and you are left with the imprint for the attainment of Yishi Dorje, Jnana Vajra, wisdom Vajra. So with this, we are done with the initiation now. So you seem to be feeling very hot out there. So please repeat this, making a pledge to keep all the commitments and vows. Just as you, the chief, the master, has command me, I will follow, do the same. So as we do this introduction to Buddhism in the summer, every year, this time, for 2 days, the first 2 days we had the initiation, explanation of the Heart Sutra. Did it really help you? So whenever you recite the Heart Sutra, you remind yourself of the meaning of the passages. So recently in Gyume Monastery in South India, he was only 19 years old monk, very young, new monk. And so in the Gyume Monastery, they used to recite the Heart Sutra after the morning tea. And then, as they recite this mantra, the Heart Sutra, and then they do meditation. So during that time, this young monk had passed away. So while in meditation on emptiness, he actually had passed away. And so so since he was in this meditation, his body was moved into his room. So whatever must have happened when he died, but it was at the time when the Gyume monks were reciting the Heart Sutra and doing meditation. And so he said when I received the message, he was still in meditative posture. So at one point, Tsongkhapa was actually meditating on emptiness, and in a prayer assembly, and when everyone else had gone, there was one monk still sitting near a pillar. And so Tsongkhapa was there. There was Tsongkhapa, and this pillar where he was sitting at that time actually was called the emptiness pillar. So you students, when you recite this mantra of Heart Sutra, think of the progression along the path of accumulation, preparation, seeing, path of seeing, and path of meditation, and the Bodhi. So in case any of you actually die during the meditation on the mantra, while reciting the mantra, then you will be sitting in Tokdam, in this meditative equipoise. So according to the Sutrayana, in order to become an arhat in one's life, you have to be a male. Whereas according to highest Yoga Tantra, that's not the case. Even as you female, it is said that you can become a Buddha in your life. And so you should know this. Of course, at this point in time, you are doing your own studies, but gradually you should also make your prayers to be able to go on that path leading to enlightenment, and then do your practices as well. This is a Thanksgiving mandala offering. Me. Please repeat this. Then as I offer myself in your service from now on. And please guide me from now on. It's tasty, so you will also get the same this talk. The offerings will be distributed later.
시 투지식도 가거나 다른 수준에서만 화제되는 자제되는 유지게 대지식을 소위 두번 주자에 허리가 되는 상황고적으로 가는 하나는 지선지 정도는 화제되는 문제 취지도만 하는 진짜 구성성을 지선 것을 벌린다 본자 호 땡겨 어수가의 적으로 어제는 좀 장하는 위에다가 좀 수동하는 주의도는
So these are concluding prayers. So generally, regarding the Mani mantra, we have the 6 syllables. So when you have the mandala, where the 6 syllables are drawn, or then you have the Shri in the center, which is the 6th syllable of the mantra. So Om always comes in the beginning of a mantra, and it symbolizes the body, speech, and mind, both the impure and the pure aspects of the body, speech, and mind. So when the body, speech, and mind are impure, in that then you are a sentient being. When they become purified, you are a Buddha. So Mani represents bodhicitta, and lotus symbolizes understanding of emptiness. And so these 2 principles of bodhicitta and understanding of emptiness, and Hum symbolizes that these 2 are combined. And as you reach a higher level of attainment, then this Hum symbolizes the union of the great bliss and wisdom of emptiness. And so, what this 6-syllable mantra symbolizes or tells us is to purify our body, speech, and mind that we have now, which are impure, and make them pure, so that you attain this the pure body, speech, and mind of a Buddha. This dedication verses. Dagi gewe tsawan digunya sangbo chuchi rabdong war ge jire sangwa ge seje gewe changa kanjin shi yongson gyachin tresan dende nyo do chawa so na do chinin same dende da chosum toje do na denzi dom le de lo me dendu da ja ge dembe menam ge me nyon ro sho So with this, we have concluded this year's summer teachings, and then we'll meet again next year. Now what you should do is to study well, do your study well, and then also learn the Buddhist philosophical understandings of emptiness and so forth, and whatever your teachers teach you, and you should be able to use them and examine them. So on the one hand, you should make progress in the material terms in the external world, and then also internally make progress within your mind.
대 미만수 센터 쇼야라 참마대 쇼로나 척담이 참마대 쇼샤나 쇼이
Someone